Hi, I'm Greg Crawford with the Friday Newsdump, brought to you by World News Trust. And I'm tired, aren't you? I guess you could say I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I think we all suffer from chronic outrage fatigue syndrome. Yeah, I just made that up, but I think it deserves recognition as a real mental condition. Maybe COFS, it's got to have an acronym, doesn't quite reach the level of PTSD, but it's well within the spectrum, as the psychologists like to say. Say what? Okay, I'll explain the reasoning, but first I must digress for a moment. Bear with me, will you? Now, I love the internet. All that information literally at your fingertips. Yummy! Oh, yes. And I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that nearly all the world's knowledge is floating somewhere in cyberspace. You just got to know where to look. All that knowledge. And it's common knowledge that our technology and the facts and fallacies that we can access through the application of said technology has advanced far more quickly than our little monkey brains can adapt to absorb all that stuff. It's information overload, which may also be on that aforementioned spectrum. Now, one of the more valuable aspects of the universal access that the internet provides is that it's much easier to ferret out corporate and/or political malfeasance, no matter where it's happening. And it's happening every second of every day. It's also easier to see patterns emerge in egregious misbehavior and to see blatant collusion and conflicts of interest that are two habitual offenders big government and big business used to be able to conceal much more readily. So you see where this is going? So it's not necessarily that these weasels are committing more crimes, though they probably are, but that the vastly improved resources with which to detect those crimes exposes more of them. Some of the stupider politicians haven't quite figured this out yet. They don't understand that their endless litany of moronicisms can not only be recorded, but uploaded for all the world to see. This is one of the biggest reasons that the corporatists are frothing at the mouth to get more control over the internet so they can throttle all this inconvenient truth from reaching the ears of the lowest common denominator of the social equation, the ubiquitous salt of the earth, the idiot's idiot, the ditto head. They also watch Fox News as well as lapping up whatever poisonous drivel Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, Ann Coulter, or any of the other treacherous liars fouling the airwaves might be spewing on any given day. But I digress from my digression. The point is, there is so much to be outraged about, it is nearly impossible to know what to be outraged about first. An outrage here, an outrage there, here an outrage, there an outrage, everywhere an outrage. Monsanto wants to make it illegal for states to require GMO labeling. Outrage. Republicans lying through their teeth about Benghazi. Outrage. Tea Party zealots lying through their teeth about the IRS picking on them. Outrage. Obama outraged about the outrage of the IRS outraging the right for scrutinizing outrageous efforts of pathological liars to claim tax exemptions they don't deserve because they ignored explicit sanctions against political activity. So, of course, he demands the resignation of someone who had absolutely nothing to do with any of it. Outrage upon outrage. Obama's goon, Attorney General Eric Holder, making like it's perfectly reasonable to subpoena phone records of reporters. Outrage. Republicans lying through their teeth about, well, everything. Outrage! It's exhausting. So many outrages and so little time to be outraged. It wouldn't be so bad if everyone was outraged. We could have tag team outrageathons, and us hardcore outrage wonks could get a little rest. But no. So here we are, carrying all the nation's outrage all by our little lonesomes. Come on, guys, give me a break, will you? Be outraged for a few minutes at least. Give me an O. Give me a U. Give me a... screw it. I need a nap.